around sober people. We got all these people saying, "Oh, I'm fucking sober and I've done this in a year." Okay, good for you. That's your choice. You go ahead and be sober, but you keep that bullshit to yourself because
No one fucking cares.
are you completely sober? Do you drink caffeine? Do you smoke cigarettes? You know, do you take prescription pills? Because that's not those are drugs. You know,
Hey, you can't say that about those. Sure.
so
Yeah.
sobriety is it a gray word? Can you like, oh, I'm sober. I don't smoke weed, I don't drink alcohol, but I do other man shit. You know, and it you
Look,
8 out of 10 times the people who are who choose to be sober or go to rehab or whatever are the people who cannot control their urges and they they're not they're extreme. They can't just use moderation. They can't just have a drink every now and then or hit a bowl every now and then and they can't balance their priorities with their pleasure and their reward system is just fucked up. And then they have to go and think like that. Oh, well, I'm sober, and okay, good for you. You know, how is you're not even old enough to say I'm sober. You're fucking 18, dude. What were you doing drugs when you were 15? You know what I'm saying? People saying, oh, I don't drink, I don't do drugs. You're 18. You're not old enough to go to a bar. How are you sober?
yeah, there we go.
You sound stupid. You know, it's like stereotypical and it's cliche and like in this age it's just happening so much, man. It just keeps happening. Just 16 and pregnant, 16 and married, 16 in rehab. That's the next shit, dude. You know, I don't know. This chick was talking about how oh our generation is so stupid or it's like well it's not completely our generation's fault. It's it's the society. It's culture, it's media, it's everything that has been these 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 people have been subjugated to us. I mean, everybody in our generation.
Yeah.
So if she thinks that it's specifically our generation, then that must mean that we have you know exposed to so much bullshit and so much nonsense, and the way that we see life is just so materialistic. You can't just blame the kids. You gotta blame the people who teach the kids. That's not in someone's brain. People gotta change that shit.
Yeah, but and like that cigarette smoking cigarette thing, like anything, like everybody already knows about all that shit about how it's bad for you and everything.
Yeah.
And you got like young kids like freaking 10, 14, 7 to 14 years old smoking
Yeah.
cigarettes already. It's
Yeah.
who's watching it? Like who's letting them smoke cigarettes and at that early of an age? And how are they getting it?
A lot of it is, like you're friends with older people, or their parents smoke cigarettes, so they can just, lift a couple off their parents, go hit one on the back porch, whatever. But I don't know, man. If I could go back to when I was younger and not smoke cigarettes, I would.
Yeah,
I would. It's
yeah,
stupid.
same here. Like, I
Cigarettes
would
are
have never
never
smoked
better. There's
cigarettes.
no point for that shit. You don't get anything. It causes cancer.
It's that high school like thing.
Yeah,
It's what
exactly.
It's like the
Yeah,
older kids are like you see
yeah,
them doing that. It's
yeah,
always
like
like
oh,
oh that looks cool. That's really cool.
exactly.
Like no, see.
But I grew out of that stupid shit. And even people who they fucking know that the cigarette has how many chemicals? 500 to 5,000, and it's taken off seconds of your life.
With
And
every
it has rat
drag.
poison. It has all this bullshit in it. But you still do that.
Yeah.
Just like what that Joe Rogan said, you devalue yourself. If you know the harm that it's doing and you continue to do it, you're not fooling anyone. You really aren't. You're just lying to yourself. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
You can say that about anything, about any substance. People really gotta change their mind, and people need to drop the old bullshit traditions that they have, or the stigmas or the dogmas, the just the bad energy around something that is not necessarily right, and it's propaganda and it's bullshit. People need to learn the difference. Pretty crazy. Jojo.